And to those shock fans, your beloved soldier of the inverted cross, Rip, the full-blown freak show, back for another Rips robot mode reviews. And this one's a special review that'll be posted pretty much as soon as I film it, because this is one I've been waiting a while for. I pre-ordered from BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store. They asked around too long, kept delaying the pre-order. But what really tore it was when they got the entire wave in with her in it, and you could get the 4-pack with her for $60, or wait and get her, and the others were in stock, which made absolutely no sense. All 3 of her wave mates were in stock, but she wasn't. I got her from Hasbro.com with a discount. So yeah, she's great, and yes, as we all know, she's the first fan built bot. I did vote. I can't remember exactly how I voted. I just remember voting for a female Decepticon, jet with a sword, something like that. Well, I got basically pretty much what I wanted. I love the samurai theme. Go look at her head sculpt. It's just beautifully painted. Let me get it straight. Beautifully done. Her eyes are painted. All the face paint. My camera isn't the best, but there's just so much going on with her face. The crest appears painted, and this gold bit right here can be removed. I'm not removing it due to it maybe being fragile because it's clear plastic. Can be like a fan for her. Size wise, that totally freaking rhymed. She is a hair shorter than Thundercracker. I'll get them close together. She's just a bit shorter than him. Articulation, as always with most fembots, it tends like they get a lot, except Arachnid didn't. But before I start with her, I want to show you guys something really cool. Her weapon, which was what impressed me the most. It's something that really excited me, and I hope we get repaints of her so I can maybe give one of these to a Decepticon I've got. Okay, basically it's her sheath. It's got a 5mm port here and a 5mm port here. She can hold it by. The other one's here. It's off screen. There's 2 clips here on the side. You'll notice here she's got some clips on her back too, but I don't give a crap about those to bother showing. They're just here on the nose cone of the plane. There's most Transformers usually have a cut for the joint, but not a second cut here. That cut is on each hip, and what you do is you can take this and tab the sheath into her hip for her to have the sword on her side, as she should. Okay. She can also hold it in her hand, which that's no surprise. Basically, I don't know about everybody else's, but mine's in here extremely tightly, so be very careful with this. It's more of a tight fit going in than out. Beautifully done. Don't know why Autobot's got a purple Dark Energon looking sword, but love the detailing on it, how it fades from purple to clear. It's all hard plastic. It's not bendy or anything. She can hold this, and I'll give you guys some advice of this. I don't really know about how this works with everyone's, but with mine, it seems like, I guess, you remember how animated RC, you had to be careful putting her swords in her hand so you didn't snap her thumbs off. I had to put my sword in her hand at just a bit of an angle because the peg isn't 5mm, it's a square. So it's at a bit of an angle, but with the right pose, it's okay. There's nowhere she can store this without it being in her hand or in the sheath, and I'll go and show you guys back in the sheath. Let's see. Yeah, mine is an extremely, it's taking a few seconds to push it in, is extremely tight to go in there. Articulation, she's great. Now, I haven't transformed her, and I don't intend on doing it on here ever. But the jet mode doesn't look as bad as everyone says. I mean, I like it. I mean, I'm not worried about putting her in a jet mode anyway. I just voted for a jet because, why not? I figured it might be a Decepticon. These fans on her back are posable. They can, we're getting on to articulation, so obviously, they can rotate. You can rotate her wings back, like the entire piece here, I think, but mine are extremely tight, and I don't want to maybe risk breaking it. Her head can look about this far left, that far right. Not much, but enough. There's a joint here for it to go this far down and this far back. And let me see if I unpegged anything. No. Okay. Her shoulders, I like the armor on her shoulders. He can move up and down as you pose to help, so it gets out of the way a bit. These can move up and down back here and get out of the way if you need them to. I think I'll put them up like that just a bit. They can go out, up, around, pretty much where you need. There is a swivel The elbow bends about that far. And she's got a wrist swivel. Mine are extremely tight, and I'm afraid to twist that. Hips are ball jointed. They can go pretty much where you need them. Not much really clashing. There's a thigh swivel, I think. Oh, also, yeah, by doing that, I actually realized something. She has waist articulation. And the thigh swivel. Though this one doesn't seem to be working on my leg, on this one's leg. There we go. They're working. But she does have a thigh swivel, take my word for it. Not much of one, but she has one. Her knees, this one is the one I want to use. It can go this far up, which is good. The other knee on mine is extremely tight. That's all the articulation except on her heel here. You can flick it back and forth, but they don't lock in, and that makes standing her a bit tricky. Not like impossible, because I haven't really had any problems standing her on my shelf. And I put her with drift. I think a lot of people were talking about that. I put her with Generations drift, and I'm just straightening her wings up and putting her weapon in her hand for the final shot. If you can go to Hasbro Toy Shop, they still have her in stock, and I think, I don't want to give you false information, but I think the coupon that you can get for 20% or whatever off, 30%, I can't remember. At checkout, you're supposed to enter like Super 20, and instead of getting her for like 25 or 27, somewhere in that area, I think I got her for 20. So yeah, that's a decent price for retail. She's not worth a ton. I mean, she's gonna be worth a ton if you leave her in box for, like, because she's the first fan built box, and that's her holding the sheath. But I mean, as far as like the quality of the figure, it's great, and I love this thing. It's probably my figure of the year, in all honesty, except my KO Scourge, but I don't count that as a Transformer because it's a Transformer, yes, but it's a knockoff. But if Hasbro Fish was probably this, and yeah, I highly suggest her for the pickup. She's a gorgeously painted figure, just beautiful. And I can tell they did put more effort into this one. But maybe next time we'll get a Decepticon. I would prefer to see a red and black Decepticon. But hey, if not, this is great. And I hope we keep getting great figures like this. And I hope Hasbro gives us the chance to make another fan-built bot, because it turned out great, in my opinion, the first time around. So yeah, this has been Generations Windblade. Until next time, this has been your beloved soldier of the inverted cross, signing off. Farewell.